Hello and welcome to the little town of Armitage. Your party is 5th level and just returned to take possession of the settlement. It's not much to look at, but it's theirs to deal with. And you, as a DM, yeah, it's your job to turn it into an adventure. The party oversees the arrests of the corrupt head of mining and sits down with the books to start making decisions. But what are those decisions? Where would you even start as players or the DM? Just so you know, this is the third video in the series. You might be okay without the first two, but they will give you some background. Either way, you're good with me. So now, what do we do? First of all, communicate and bedazzle. The players will ask you all kinds of questions, and you will make up the answers, because there is no way that you could prepare for everything. However, you do know the magical formula. It's where it all begins. 3d6 minus 3d4 times 1,000. That is what your Electrum mine is making as a yearly income. So that's going to be a maximum of 18,000 minus 3,000 for a profit of 15,000. That's a lot. It's a maximum loss of 3,000 minus 12,000, or you're going 9,000 in debt. That hurts for a 5th level party. The latter probably means a mining collapse or a massive theft of ore. A high profit is likely to indicate that some diamonds were found in the dig. We also know that the town itself is a dump. You have a few businesses that we will deal with in an upcoming video. However, they don't pay taxes on their meager profits. There are no services here short of the protection that the party provides. From the town, it's zero income, zero cost. So the party is sitting around that conference table. They have 3,000 gold liberated from the former mining boss's safe, and 2,000 that they are willing to invest from their own personal budgets. Their plan is to spend most of the year adventuring and working on personal projects. A small group of trusted townsfolk, hireling, family, and followers will make the daily decisions while they're gone. The question at hand is what to do with the 5,000 gold and figuring out what other decisions might need to be made. Now, while you're thinking about that, I've got another question. Have you hit the thumbs up for this video? If not, why not? Likes, subs, and especially comments help more than you can know. So take a second and tell me in the comments, how many episodes do you hope this series lasts? 3? 5? How about 20? Okay, back to it. Let's say that you determine the categories for potential development are... Oh, hang on. That's not near enough fanfare for this chart. This is the whole basis, the very foundation for this entire concept of an economic development campaign. Glorious. Now, all of these scores are based on a D20 system, but with all the zeros, you're excused for not noticing. You also have a score for your best expert in each, and most of those suck too. Each year, a category can be invested into in 1,000 gold piece increments. You can also assign one expert that will have about the same effect, or you can double up as you wish. A higher infrastructure score will let you assign more. Alright, time out. I feel the need to repeat a couple of core concepts. You are the DM, and there are so many factors involved in these scenarios. Just like you have to decide what tactics the Goblin Party will employ after losing a hunting party, you will also have to decide how to apply these guidelines we're setting down. Maybe you had this great arc earlier in the campaign where a party member married someone who just happened to be a cleric. As a DM, you can decide how that affects the town's religious scores. Maybe she's just an expert. Maybe it's more. Maybe the townsfolk don't feel beholden to her god, and it's an obstacle to overcome. Now, as it stands, the party has decided to invest 2,000 gold pieces and assign an expert. They are going with infrastructure and amenities for the cash, and trade for the expert. These are things that are going to play out over the year, and you're going to make dice rolls at the appropriate time. Right now, they're just planning. All these statistics are virtually guaranteed to improve considering how bad they are to start with. They split the difference for detail, leaving everything to raw numbers except for amenities. It's a unanimous decision. The investment includes a new bar. What are other options? Really, there are only the limits placed by a DM. That's one of the great things about a TTRPG. If you can imagine it, you can make it happen. Maybe the group spends 1,000 gold in an effort to recruit an expert in industry. Maybe they finance a team to bring in more settlers. Any of this can be dice rolls and dollars, or it can be RP missions for the players. You might think of more categories or pick some massive civil project to embark on. If you want to build a world wonder, this is the kind of game to do it in. One last word. All these categories, they mean specific things. They aren't just words. And we're going to talk about a lot of different things, but this is our first big project. Over the next few episodes, we're going to get into what these categories really mean, as far as what a higher score will give you, and what a lower score can create in the way of havoc for your players. Thanks everybody for stopping by. I know this kind of video is not the normal fare for TTRPG content, but you guys are weird, so I think it's going to be perfect for you. I'll probably be assessing the series soon, so let me know what you think. Should I continue? How far should I take the madness? I hope that you all have a spectacular day. You are important to this world, and I'm glad that you're a part of it. I love you all. Cheers.